Today, we're in the moment, man. And we are going to talk about a topic that I feel like a lot of people can relate to. Okay? Becoming a different version of yourself while your life stays the same. For now, if this is something you've experienced, make sure you are subscribed. Join the Healer Heart community and let's get started. Now, on this talk today, I have a lot of important things to say. And if you have stumbled into this live, whenever you're watching this, I need you to understand. Come here. You. Come here. You're going through an identity shift. You are going through a quantum leap. What you once were before, you are no longer. Hi, welcome in. Welcome to the live. A lot is shifting internally right now for you. I know it is. Baby, I'm going through it myself. Okay? I'm telling you, these are things that God wanted me to share with you about your experience quantum leaping. Okay? And for those of you who are watching, you're getting ready to go into a quantum leap, and God is preparing you for this quantum leap. So I recommend taking some notes during this conversation. Hi, all welcome in. It's a lot happening during this shift, and I want to give you everything you need to navigate this journey with ease. That's why God put me here, to help you help yourself, okay? All right. Now, during this identity shift, you are going to start to physically look different. Yes, that's what happens when you quantum leap. You start to look different. Honey, you start to dress differently. Your hair starts to change. One thing I noticed when I quantum leaped, as I'm quantum leaping, because it's an active process, right? Was my hair totally, the texture of my hair has changed. Hi, welcome back. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining us. We're just talking about when life hasn't caught up to the new version of you, baby. Oh, thank you. Make sure you are subscribed. I appreciate you guys. And what you guys are really seeing, I promise you, is the love of God. You're seeing God love me and carry me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But you're seeing the work that God has been doing on me in my external, okay? It's coming out in my external, in my hair, in my skin, in the way that I care for myself, in my style. Baby, I know you see me putting it on. I know you see me putting it on, okay? All of these things have been transforming as the life around me has been totally shifting. Okay, can I be honest? Can I be honest on this platform, honey? Becoming a different version of yourself and quantum leaping takes a lot out of you. I want you to feel validated and understanding that I get you. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you so much. I get you, baby. I do. I really, really, really understand. I'm walking through it with you as your healer. This experience can change you internally. And as you're shifting, people on the outside have no idea. They can only see wow, you looking different. You look a little different today. I don't know what's happening with you. It's because you're quantum leaping, babe. Okay? Now, another thing I want to be honest about that a lot of people don't tell you when you're quantum leaping is that with all of these new wonderful experiences that can come to you, there's an old version of you that's dying. And you are simultaneously going through that version of you and the new version of you at the same time. If you understand what I'm feeling, subscribe, baby. If I'm hitting it on the nail for you, make sure you are subscribed. Quantum leaping is dangerous, but it's also dangerous to stay in your old life, the life you've outgrown that no longer resonates with you anymore. Baby, I know. You waking up at night, you're having all this anxiety. Really, it's your body shifting and preparing for this quantum leap, for this next elevation in your journey. One thing that Spirit has been telling me consistently is the importance of rest. That as I am quantum leaping, my entire DNA and body at a cellular level is changing. Yes, it's changing completely. And what you'll notice is as you're changing at a cellular level, your body needs time to adjust. Yes. So that's why quantum leaping is very complicated. That's why when you are having an identity shift and you're becoming this elevated, transformed version of you, why so much dissonance is happening, not only externally, but in your body. Your old body, listen, baby, this is where you need to take notes. Okay? Your old body, when you are quantum leaping, will go through these different shifts. And we're going to talk about them, okay? And if you are watching and you're new here, make sure you are subscribed if you are enjoying this talk today. Okay? And welcome to the Heal a Heart Network, baby. So there's going to be an internal change that you notice when you are quantum leaping. You will notice it. But your body will take a time, we call it the adjustment phase. Okay? It's your adjustment phase where your body is catching up with your spirit. Yes. And so with quantum leaping, you will be tired as your body is like trying to birth a new version of you. Because that's really what's happening, honey. You're going through this I don't even know how to say it. You know what I'm trying to say. Catharsis. This transformation process, darling. It's like a old you is dying off so that a new you can be reborn. And that requires rest. So you'll notice your body is a little drained. You might be tired more often, and you need more fuel to keep you energized. Yes. And I need you to stay focused, darling. I need you to be focused on the fact that you are going into this new life. That's the most important thing about quantum leaping is staying focused on the leap so that you can land. Yes, we want to land. And so with quantum leaping, you have to be careful to nurture your body, nurture your mind, because at a cellular level, so much is happening. Are you following? And I want you to understand, darling, that this shift is all intentional. Spirit is raising your vibration and your frequency so that you can align with divinity. Okay? And so when you notice during this shift a few things, don't get scared. Okay? Let's talk about them. Thank you for watching and joining. Hi, welcome in. Let's talk about them. If you noticed, while quantum leaping, a lot of individuals around you, like I told you, they're going to notice externally that you look different. That something about you has changed. They can't put their finger on it. Okay? But the algorithm, the universe is adjusting to this quantum leap that the people around you are going to be adjusting to. Let me break this down. If you notice, the conversations that you have with people are starting to shift. Okay? If what they were coming to you for, they're no longer able to take. French energy vampires, they can't get at you no more. People who once resonated with you don't really have much to, you don't have much in common with these people, darling. And it's because you're quantum leaping. Yes. So you're changing at a cellular level. God knows this. Spirit is very much aware and is ushering in you down this path. It's like a clear path for you. And you're being ushered down this path. And as you're transitioning at a cellular level, you're not attracting the same people anymore. You're not having the same conversations anymore. Darling, you can almost see the patterns clearly now. It's like the universe is speaking to you very clearly. Like, oh, when I was in this vibration, this is what I was attracting. And when I was in this vibration, this is what I was attracting. So you start having an intuitive awareness as you're going through the quantum leap. You have a heightened sensitivity to the algorithm, to the universe. Baby, I could even see the flow of where I was going. I could see when someone was getting ready to push me out of my algorithm and into theirs. You can see those things when you're quantum leaping. You can see it's like a tunnel of energy that people are in, portals essentially that people are going through. And when you are quantum leaping, you're hopping out of your portal and hopping into another timeline. Into the timeline where you're successful, into the timeline where you're abundant. Yes, that's quantum leaping. You're leaping into the goal, into the life that you deserve. And with that means you have to leave behind the things that no longer resonate. Now, I don't know about you, but that can be difficult. That can be an overwhelming process for the body, the mind, and the spirit. That not only is my old self no longer here, the relationships that my old self was in, I no longer will have. And only the relationships that are prosperous and abundant and meant for my elevation can come with me. And you start to notice who all was plotting against you, who all was working against your highest good. Like, oh, wow, every time I was getting ready to level up, you called me and started an argument. Hmm. Wow, every time God was getting ready to bless me with some money, here comes this person calling me and asking me for something. Every time. Or wow, every time that an opportunity comes to me, I share it with you and you don't got nothing nice to say. You just pick it apart. You start to see beyond the veil when you are leaping through the veil. You start to see what people have supported you, what haven't, and you start to see the self sabotage. You start to see the tendencies of your own self at your lowest vibrational frequency that was keeping you from your highest self. Habits, addictions, behaviors, and routines that were out of alignment to who you really are supposed to be. Baby, my diet has changed as I've quantum leaped. Yes, things I used to eat, I don't eat no more. You know? Things I used to watch, I don't even watch anymore. Because I've quantum leaped out of that version of myself. Now, this transition can be frustrating. I have to be honest. One of the most frustrating things that I have found about quantum leaping is leaving the people I love behind, because their mentality will not let them reach the vibrational frequency that is required to go where I'm going. Maybe it's their thought pattern, maybe it's the way they conversate, maybe it's the way they handle conflict, whatever it may be. Maybe it may be just because God's about to bless me and there'll be a hater on the way there. Who knows, dog? All I know is it is frustrating. It can be. It's like, dang, I wanted you to go with me, baby. And then you try to keep them and hold on to them, and then it just keeps you from going to where God wants to take you. Quantum leaping can be difficult, but it's worth it. And I want to tell you these things so that you are not unaware and unprepared, darling. Yes, I'm here to show you because I went through it and I was unprepared. Another frustrating pattern is feeling like as your identity shifts from one to another, you have this sense of identity loss because you really are losing your old self. And so your body is like confused. Your spirit knows where you're going, right? You may not know, you may not have the exact detail, but baby, this plan has already been created. God already knows, okay? God has a plan for your life. If you don't know, now you know. And so as you're going through this plan, your spirit knows, but your body is still catching up to what your spirit knows. Okay. And so as you're going through this experience and you are realizing and realigning to your soul's purpose, sometimes it can be a little confusing. And you can kind of go through this like midlife crisis moment where it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know. But you have to just love yourself more. At this moment, you have to nurture yourself more. You are coming back to your childlike state. And at your childlike state, that is where spirit can use you. That is where you can get direction from God. Come on. And so when you allow spirit to use you in this state and surrender your ideas of your life, you can get your life. You feel me? You can get your life from spirit. But it comes with surrender. It comes with patience. And don't be confused. Know that this is an adjustment, realignment process. Your spirit is being realigned. There's a lot of things that were tugging on your spirit that weren't of God. And when you're being realigned, spirit edifies those things. Okay? You're going to see old relationships die off, old contracts end. You're going to see old thought patterns, old ways of thinking die off. Because, babe, you're quantum leaping. Yes. And where you're going, you don't even think like that. You don't even hang out with those people. You don't dress like that. You don't even wear that type of perfume. Hi, baby. Welcome to the live. Make sure you're subscribed and you are a part of the Heal Heart community. And what's also frustrating is that the shift is not like this. Baby, the shift can be like this. Sometimes it can be like this. But either way, you're moving forward. And that's where spirit is moving you. Spirit is moving you forward towards your life purpose. You are in divine alignment. You have been assigned the time of now. So don't worry. Don't be fearful. Get prepared. Get prepared for where your blessing is taking you. Get disciplined with your time. A lot of relationships falling off, contracts ending is going to give you a lot of freedom. Hi, baby. Welcome back to the live. Yes. What ahead has been charted, baby. That's the only thing I would say about what it is that you got wrong about quantum leaping. Baby, this apartment, this chair. Let's get down to the detail. This chair I'm sitting in, I quantum leap to. I didn't know, but God knew. God knew the color of the chair. God knows my favorite color, pink. Yes. I'm not kidding. This apartment, I didn't believe I could get it. I had no idea it was even I had an idea of where I was going, but I didn't know. I didn't know. You never know. I had applied to so many apartments. I'm like, okay. In LA, baby, it's rough out here, darling. It's life out here, okay? And that's the difference about having an anointment for something. Ooh, come on. Now the word's coming in. It's the difference between having an anointment for something and just getting luck. Yes, and divine timing is key, baby. Yes, it is. But my point is to say this. This is charted territory. God was all up in this apartment before I got here, or I wouldn't be here. Okay? He chose the apartment number. I was looking at a whole nother apartment in the same place, and this was the one that he chose for me. Okay? This was intentional. This was chosen. The water isn't uncharted because it's owned by God. God has already been here before. God has already been where you're going. The idea of the water even being there and it being uncharted came from God to give to you. Come on, God is a waymaker. Come on, this person gets what I'm talking about. They're quantum leaping. And just let's take it back, honey. Before I even applied for the apartment in LA, because I done been in LA for almost 5 years now. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ, okay? For 5 years, I done been in LA. In 2020, God gave me prophetic sight of my quantum leap. Your girl was sitting at the window, enjoying in some activities, looking, staring out. I had no idea that I was gonna move to LA, y'all. I had no idea. None. Just chilling in little Minneapolis, Minnesota. Like, what am I gonna do today? And God said, baby, you moving. I'm finna. And then I started seeing all these different things because that's how God communicates to me is through. It's like a movie, honey. It's like a movie playing, and it's my life. And it looked like a fairy tale. My life that God was showing me looked like a fairy tale. I did not believe it. I said, what movie is this and where can I go watch it? Come on. And the Lord said, no, this is a life that I promised you and I'm going to give it to you. Okay, he didn't say that verbatim, but he was showing me, and I was like, oh, okay. And then he gave me some Bible verses, and then we can fill in the blank. And I had every single person around me. There was not one person that understood that I was anointed to quantum leap, that I had already had this apartment, that I had already had a life in LA, that God was like, here you go, just take it. The Lord literally said, whatever it is that I give you, wherever your feet go, come on, wherever your feet go, wherever your feet touch, I'm giving you anointment over. I said, me? Me? He said, yes, you, right there. It was so specific that he lined everything up at that moment. Talk about divine timing, honey. But he went before me. Now, everything has not been perfect in that quantum leap. And I told you that. I told you that at the beginning of the journey, honey. I said, baby, let me give you some practical tips so you don't slip while you're leaping, while you're taking that jump, honey. Take the jump, but understand God already knows where you're going to land. God is your parachute. And as you're leaping through this experience, trust that. I know it's scary. I know it's difficult. And sometimes it's even fun. But the best way I can describe this experience is like that movie, Everywhere All at Once. Is that the movie? I think that's the movie. I'm going to comment in the section below so you guys can watch it. But it's the best description of quantum leaping. When you're literally still fighting your past while you're actually in your future at the same time. Okay? I was literally in LA while I was still living in Minneapolis, honey. Baby, shout out to my grandmother who's no longer living, but she literally helped me quantum leap because she did it before. And she gave me the blueprint. And so I'm giving it to you, honey. And what she told me to do was to prepare for the blessing. Prepare for the leap, honey. I started packing before I even had an apartment. I didn't even have the finances, y'all. God just was like, make a list of all the furniture you want. And this is a message for somebody, I'm telling you. You watching. And you've been praying for these things, and God is trying to get you to quantum leap. And this is a blessing right here on your timeline, honey. Make sure you subscribe. Okay. And so quantum leaping, it changes you first, and then your external starts to shift. Okay? So everything about you start to get prepared mentally, spiritually first, then mentally, then emotionally. You may not feel like you can do it. Honey, I never felt like I can do it. I still don't. Every day I get on this live, I'm like, maybe they'll watch, maybe they won't. Who knows? But God says, get up and do what I told you to do. So here I am, like a soldier, ready for war. Okay. And I'm quantum leaping again as I talk to you about this experience. And I said, oh, honey, I got to write this down because when I get to the other side, I want to be able to watch this back and be like, girl, you were so psychic. That's all I want to say. I know. And so as I was going through that quantum leap, people around me didn't understand that I was going through that I was still stuck, half of me was still in the old version of me and the new version of me. And as I was getting closer to the leap, that's when people started to recognize, wow, you're dressing different, you're talking different, your vocabulary, darling, is different. Your hair, the way you carry yourself, your aura is just different. So it starts to change at a cellular level. People around you start to notice. And then there's like a dissonance in the universe. This is a test. See, yeah, I know I'm speaking to you. Make sure you subscribe, baby. This is a test, darling. It's a shift that's happening. The universe is saying, are you ready? And the people around you are saying, are you sure you've changed? Are you sure the old version of you is not in there somewhere? Because I could have swore you used to do this last week. Baby, I'm quantum leaping. I wouldn't recommend telling this to people. It's easier to quantum leap. It's so much easier to quantum leap when you are quiet about what you're doing. I promise you. When other people know that you're quantum leaping, it's like you receive so much resistance from your haters. Everybody who really don't want to see you elevate will start hating on you. And they may not even tell you, honey. They may not even tell you that they hate. They may just send you that vibrationally. They don't think you can make it. They got a lot of doubt. And it may not be them trying to hate. It may be the fact that they've never seen it happen before. That they've never seen someone do what you're getting ready to do. And so all they can think about is how you can't do it. And you'll feel that energetically. I felt energetically when people did not know that I could be sitting in this position that I'm sitting in right now, honey. From people who loved me, they still didn't know. They're like, I've never seen anybody go from what you're going to completely just abandon. And I was like, baby, I haven't either. But the Holy Spirit is the Holy Spirit. And if you tell me I can do it, tell me I can and see what I can do. Okay. Yes, yes. The Holy Spirit is speaking through me, honey. I had very little notes today. And this is another thing about quantum leaping. You will notice how everything is aligning. Like I'm telling you, that's why you're getting this message and it's on time and it's resonating because you are falling in divine alignment. That's what quantum leaping is. You were out of alignment in that old life, babe. From the people to what you did to your hobbies to how you spent your time. You were out of alignment. And spirit was like, oh, let's pick you out and put you back in this flow. And now that you're in this flow, we can just go. We can just love. And you're like, oh, look at this opportunity that I've been praying for coming through. And oh, look at this partnership that I didn't, the Lord has my list of things I want in a good partner, but I didn't expect them to just show up at my grocery store. Like, just things start falling into your vibrational vortex because you're aligning with the frequency of abundance. You're aligning with the frequency of blessed. And you are blessed, babe. I need to let you know that. You're very blessed. God pulled you out of all the people and put you right on my timelines for you to hear that you are blessed. And in your old timeline, you were thinking, oh, I'm not. I'm cursed. People against me. Yeah, but they were. They were. That's why God said, oh, let me go ahead and you're out of alignment, little baby. Little baby, you're out of alignment. You in somebody else's crib, in somebody else's house, baby. Let me put you in God's house. Woo! Let me put you in God's house and show you what it's like to be a child of God. Yes, honey. I know I'm preaching, honey. This moment is catastrophic because as you're shifting, there's other people in your DNA that are also going to shift too. You think quantum leaping is just for you? Baby, your whole heritage, your whole ancestral DNA is being shifted because you're healing. You got to heal those parts of you that didn't believe that you were worthy of abundance. And when you heal yourself, you heal your bloodline. You know, God be going all up and through the DNA, all up and through the DNA. Yes. Your low vibrational frequency was affected by your DNA, and God is going in and cleaning out your DNA, edifying you at a cellular level so that you can rise to the occasion of being who He has called you to be. And because you're doing it, it's going to attract more people in your soul family. It's going to attract more people that are like, dang, I've been thinking about quantum leaping and I didn't really know how. But be quiet. Don't tell people. Only once you get to this position that I'm in, honey, do you share how you got to the motherland. Yes. Because there, like I said, a part of quantum leaping is recognizing when certain people are not ready. They can't go where you going, honey. And if you feeling what I'm feeling, like, share, subscribe, honey. Quantum leaping requires a certain vibrational shift. And a lot of folk don't got what it takes to meet that vibrational shift. They may want it, but they ain't tired enough. Yeah, they ain't been to that job long enough, honey. They don't recognize that the life that they have is not compatible with their spirit. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Now, before we end our live today, I do want to leave this message with you. The resistance is reassurance that you are quantum leaping. Yes, it is 100% reassurance you are quantum leaping. Don't get distracted by the resistance. Dodge the resistance. Navigate around the resistance. Okay, this is the matrix, honey. It really is. And as you are getting more elevated in your frequency, you will start to notice the matrix. And you'll be like, Bobby Hurt was telling me this point exactly. Things are going to start making more sense as you become more aligned with your real vibrational frequency. As you become more aligned with your true identity, you will no longer resonate with who people are talking about from your past. And people will try to bring it up, honey. Oh, do you remember when? I don't say a word, honey. Let them sit there and reveal themselves. Oh, really? That's how you thought about me in my old life? Okay. Don't even say that. Oh, okay. Thank you. And get off the phone. Thank you and get out the conversation, honey. Find how to navigate away from the frequencies that are trying to remind you of your old life. Because they're trying to resurrect you. That's what they're trying to do. Honey, you're dead. You buried her. You buried him. Let him go. God is ushering a rebirth in you. That's what's happening. There's a rebirth in you. And it's like you were being born new. So whatever happened in your old life, forget about it. That's a distraction from where you're going. Don't listen to people who are distracting you from with your old life because they're still stuck in that. And you're going to get that resistance. That's okay. Let them stay over there. They're going to be in this frequency doing this, trying to compute how you quantum leaped in this short amount of time when the last time they seen you, you was down bad. When the last time they seen you, you was at that place. When the last time they seen you, you didn't know who you were in God. Now, you dressing different, acting different, smelling good, your vibration is high, and they trying to figure out how you quantum leaped. They don't know that's what they're trying to figure out. And until they're really ready and until they can really have some respect for your quantum leap, you don't tell them. You navigate around it. You do what you want though. You can tell them, and then you'll realize why I told you not to. Navigate around it and focus on preparing for the upgrade. That's all you have to focus on doing, baby. Is prepare for this elevation. We should be resting for this elevation. We should be eating good things, good fruits, having a diet for the most luxurious, abundant version of ourselves. Because that's where we're headed. And notice the patterns of the shift. This is very important, okay? Because you're going to quantum leap again. Some of you, you're still learning how to figure it out. But once you figure it out, oh, honey, it's a dangerous thing to do if you don't know what you're doing. That's why I'm trying to give you the tips. Okay, you can end up in a timeline that you don't really want to be in. So if you want to end up and land in the right place, take these tips down. Okay? And I might save this live so you can watch it back and for the people that jumped in. Hi, welcome in. It's a lot of things that are changing internally. And then once you get ready to land, you'll start to see everything lining up to God's plan. I promise you, everything starts to line up. It's like a good movie, honey. It's like, oh, who wrote this? Who wrote my plan? It starts to line up. Relationships starts to line up. And then here you are in your new life. And you're like, wow, I manifested this and co-created it with God. I want you to be working on your diet, working on your health, working on, if you're trying to manifest a wealthier version of you, please book a reading with me. I promise you, Spending that little bit of change is going to transform your life. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. I have given myself readings and my energy has transformed in just these. We're on day 19, guys. The work that we're doing on here is so powerful. And I want to be able to take it a next step further with you, because I can only sit with you guys for what, 40 minutes every day. But if you want to have a personal one-on-one reading with me and we can talk about quantum leaping and deeper fullness and build you out a whole board of, okay, this is how it's gonna look, this is, book your reading with me. And you know how to do that. Just click the link in my bio. All right. And before I get out of here, I just want to reassure you, you're going through a transformation. Be kind to yourself. Be loving to yourself. All these things are changing. That doesn't mean you have to change how much you love yourself. If anything, just elevate it. Intensify self-love. Radical self-love is how we overcome this transformation, okay? Radical self-love. I love you guys so much. That's why I show up on here in the right energy and transmute whatever it is you're going through. And I'm honest about what I'm going through. Okay. So if you feel like what we do here resonates with someone else, please, 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 baby, share my page with someone that you love. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. And for my new subscribers, have a blessed day, guys. And I'll see you in tomorrow's live.